First down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koromoa there to bring him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From midfield now. He puts some air under this one. Deep right. They connect on the deep shot. And in. Touchdown, New York. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Gano ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Connects with Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They run it from the gun with Chubb. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They have it on 3rd and 5. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. This time it's a passing play. And his pass is going to fall incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now they face second down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Crosses the 35, running for more. And he gets this one down to the 27. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Check smash, check smash.
First down, and they go right back to him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go.
Connection made to Jeudy. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7.
Ready? Check smash, check smash. Hup.
He'll throw it. That one complete to Njoku. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He lofts it deep left. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that.
Oh, he loses the football. And it's picked out by the Giants. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes make me want to look away. A really rough series of events here for an old retired quarterback to watch.
Wish you could see him up here. All these turnovers not doing it for you, partner?
Well, the interception, I mean, start there. But
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Denzel Ward makes the play. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Go.
On first down, they'll run. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Moving on into the red zone. They'll get 18 yards there. And that gives the Browns a first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing now off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives a defense and a defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
A tight end in motion now. They give inside to Chubb. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And he's short of the first after a mile gain. He gets him 4, but it's going to be 4th down coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So second down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. the play fake. He'll throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near kick.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Trying again following the sack. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns get it back after making their third first-half interception. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
He finds Johnson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go.
Man in motion here.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
70 Lions. Tracking 60. Here we go.
They'll try and throw it here. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Chubb running out of the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Working inside the red zone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Go!
Here's Chubb up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
3rd and long for him here. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Cosenadivo's got it. And the Giants will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Hits his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll throw it. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jerome Baker has it. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 18. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Hyatt with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up second down. Pass play now. It is Cup, left side. He's got to gain a 6 there. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Gano ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
18, Pioneer. Here we go, here we go. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. That one intended for Demario Douglas. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's on the move. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
And he's got a free play here. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Go!
Running it after the penalty. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They go play action on 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. Finding Judy. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A give to Chubb, running left. Oh, he trucked that defender. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm.
And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Browns make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns grow the lead now to 22 points. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Come out throwing. Launches one deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
All-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Complete to Hyatt. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Tight end going in motion here. Connects with Slayton. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, you can find pay dirt.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Shove here on first down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Cut near the goal line. That's a Cleveland touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go!
He's dropping back to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
2nd and 10 now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
On the ground, it's a give to Chubb. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. It's a gain of 3 for them. That brings up 2nd and 7. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns nearing their first win of the season. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go!
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next. I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Return starts at the 3. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line.
At their own
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. He's on the move. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Set.
A give left side to Johnson. Juke the defender. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. So the Browns come